everyone! So, I found something kinda weird. A world file showed up in a folder on an old USB I bought at a garage sale. No idea who made it, but it actually loaded, so I figured we could poke around. The messages you just heard originate from a player called PatchDay42, who, on his YouTube channel, recently uploaded 3 very mysterious videos. To most, this would seem like some sort of catalog, or maybe even a prank, but I don't think so. I believe that this player accidentally stumbled across a world that can kill him. It sounds far-fetched, but if you don't believe me, we can start by investigating the first video. House.mp4. Patchday approaches a house in the distance. From the looks of it, this world is old. Nice farm out here.
And after entering the house, everything seems normal. So he makes the most of it. He finds some materials in a nearby chest and decides to make tools, which is when he noticed something. There was one more chest nearby, but for some reason it was covered with wooden planks.
Why would you put blocks over the chest if you can't use it?
Patchday was right, this was definitely a little weird. But what was inside the chest was a whole new story. 9 items with no clear correlation. Yellow dye, leather, spruce logs. This had to be some sort of code. So I got to work. I had a feeling that both the items and the amount of items were important, until I figured it out. See, if you were to assume that the number of items correlates to the item's name, then this could be translated to, "Who are you?" Which is problematic, considering this is a single-player world. Who put these items in this chest? And more importantly, who are they talking to?
Weird.
Not understanding that this was a hidden message, he decides to go upstairs to continue searching. But after another minute of looking around, he decides to go to bed and the video ends. So, what's the problem? A player stumbled across an old Minecraft world and found some items in a chest, big deal. Well, things begin to get a lot more creepy in the next video. Mine.mp4. Now, this is the video that got me invested. Once again, Patchday is just exploring the world, but off camera, he found something.
Welcome back, everyone. I told you I'd post an update if I found anything else interesting. So, here I am. I found a mine around the side of the house. It leads to a cave with some more strange things down there. I figured I could show you what I found so far.
And just like that, Patchday travels to the mine.
Seemed pretty bare bones.
At the bottom, he points out the fact that none of the ores had been mined. Not only that, but he found a farm too.
Seems like a strange place to put it, but I'm not one to judge. Then there were these chests.
Which is weird, because these chests mimic the chests in the house. And come to think of it, maybe the wheat does too.
Still nothing in them though.
But just after showing us what he found, Patchday turns around and freezes.
That wasn't there. What is this place?
I had never seen anything like it before. A long oak hallway, filled with torches. The fact that Patchday had never seen this before was worrying, to say the least. After traveling for a while, he notes that this place kinda looks like the house, albeit in a very distorted way. If you heard that drowning noise, you wouldn't be alone. Although Patchday doesn't acknowledge it. Maybe he didn't hear it, or didn't think it was worth mentioning. Regardless, at the end of the hallway, he finds a window, a bed, and a sign. On the sign, there's seemingly random text that, when decoded in base 64, translates to, "You're late." Realizing that this place is so similar to the house, Patchday decides to head to the other side, in hopes of seeing the staircase. On his way there, he finds one more sign. This one is also base 64, translating to, "Why can't I remember what the house looks like?"
Whoa. just like the house.
This recreation of the house had a secret basement. Inside the chest was a book, dated June 15th, 2012. Inside the book, when decoded with a simple Caesar cipher, says, "I found the coolest cave ever. It goes forever and ever. I'm gonna put torches in it tomorrow so the monsters don't get in. I don't want to go alone though." Whoever wrote this book is likely talking about the hallway Patch Day had just gone through. If that's the case, then that implies that someone or something built that hallway sometime after Patch Day found this world, using the cave.
I have an idea.
Patch Day's prediction was correct. Inside the house's basement was another chest with another book. This one, however, was dated June 17th, 2012, with a similar cipher to the last one. After some decoding, it says, "Dad said we can go to the lake again soon. I want to finish my castle first so I can show him. It's not fancy yet, but it will be. I'm trying to make windows, but I keep messing up."
This is getting really strange. I guess I'll see you all in the next update.
This video left me with a lot of questions. For one, who built that recreation of the house in that cave? If there is a chance that Patch Day isn't alone, then he could be in danger. And don't even get me started on these books. Like, what are these diaries? They're dated to be back in 2012, and although we don't know exactly when Patch Day recorded these videos, we can at least assume that it's after 2016, when Minecraft's 1.9 update came out. This is due to the fact that he's able to hold stuff in his offhand, so we know that these diaries are at least 3 years old. As for why they're encoded in a cipher, or the fact that there have been cryptic messages throughout this video, we still don't know. The only way to find out is by watching the final video. Castle.mp4. Immediately, something is off. The video begins with exactly 4 seconds of black screen, and when it cuts to the footage, many things are different. Patch Day now has 1 experience level, a smaller GUI scale, and his chat is smaller. But what really stuck out to me was the way that Patch Day was now talking.
Hello again. Last video got a little weird. The mine had a part of the house in it, and then apparently the house is a secret basement. I still don't know what those signs were about. Anyways, since everything is kind of stitched together wrong, I want to follow behind the house today. There's what looks like a castle or something. Maybe this world's creator started building it and just never finished. After what I saw last time, I'm not convinced anything here is unfinished by accident.
But none of this makes sense. What does he mean by stitched together wrong? And that last line about things being unfinished by accident? What does Patch Day know that we don't? He doesn't elaborate any further, instead walking towards the castle he spoke about. But on his way there, this happens. If you didn't catch that, for 1 single frame, Patch Day's chat said,
Ryan?
Now things are really starting to get weird. The obvious question is, who is Ryan? And why did Patch Day only just now react to the drowning noise? And why did he react like this? Again, he doesn't elaborate, but I can only assume that Patch Day knows someone named Ryan, who drowned.
Another code? Coordinates maybe?
Yes, Patch Day is right, this is a code, but usually he'd see something like this and call it gibberish. It's not coordinates though, it's hexadecimal code that translates to almost.
Okay, whoever made this world really likes setting these up the same way. I get that these are taller, but still. House had this, mine had this, now the castle? It's like repeating behavior.
Patch Day then decides to check both the crafting tables and the furnaces, until he finds a piece of soul sand in one of the furnaces. We've yet to see a nether portal so far, so it is interesting that this is here. And don't worry, I didn't forget about the sign. It's base 64 for, I thought you'd come. Or at least, that's what comments on the video speculate.
I guess we should check out the pillars?
And after going up the first pillar, he notices a chest. After heading to it, he finds yet another diary dated June 18th, still in 2012. It rained all day today. I didn't get to play much because Mom kept saying the computer was acting up. I hope I can build more tomorrow. The castle's gonna be epic. This pillar is closed off for some reason. Luckily, I have a pickaxe. But after seeing nothing, he decides to head straight to the basement, completely forgetting the fourth pillar. What is this? Feels like a dungeon. I guess I'm going right. So far, we know that a few years ago, someone wrote these diaries and hid them around this Minecraft world. Alongside this, Patch Day had a weird reaction to hearing the drowning noise, typing out the name Ryan for a split second. Because of this, we can assume that Patch Day knew someone named Ryan who had drowned. As for how any of this correlates, we still don't know. But all of the answers lie within the book in Patch Day's hands. I tried to fix the castle, but it keeps looking different. I don't remember placing some of these blocks. Everything feels mixed up. Some nights I dream the world without me in it, and it keeps building on its own. Maybe I'm just tired. This one seems longer? The issue is, Patch Day didn't connect any of the dots.
Don't wanna go to work today. Think I need a holiday. You know I got some money from my melodies. We can go to Italy, be away from the plain days. Be a Shakespeare tragedy from our melodies, from our melodies. I've been pushing too hard now. This romance is long overdue.
When I watched this, I probably had the same reaction as you. What the hell did I just watch? Why did Patch Day, the person who notes every little thing that happens, decide to ignore this scene and drown himself? But just then, it dawned on me. It's the world. Think about it. The amount of strange things happening in real time in this world is impossible. But not all of it can be credited to this world, no. I believe that the person who wrote these journals is Ryan himself. Let me give you a timeline. Patch Day goes to a garage sale and picks up a USB that has this world on it. It was Ryan's family who had given it to him. Then, while he explores the world and finds these distorted builds and strange occurrences, Patch Day comes across the journals. These diaries are all in simple Caesar ciphers, except for one, which we'll get to in a moment. And there are also codes hidden throughout the videos. Phrases like, "You're late," and "Why can't I remember what the house looks like?" sound like someone reminiscing about their past. Someone like Ryan. That's right, Ryan is trapped in this world. This is further proven by the fact that there is soul sand in that furnace. Despite the lack of nether portals in this world, Ryan's soul is trapped. And if we assume that Ryan is the one trying to communicate to Patch Day, then everything he said is encoded in Base 64, an early programming language that computers used to communicate. Everything he tries to say is encoded in this language, and it's his only way to communicate with the outside world. Although this presents two questions. Why are there ciphers scattered throughout these videos, and how is Ryan trapped? Well, I'm not sure why the diaries are encoded, but they do give us a timeline from 2012, before Ryan drowned. Ryan finds a cool cave on this world, then 2 days later he claims that him and his dad are going to head to a lake. But he says he won't go until he shows his dad the castle, which even today is incomplete. Ryan had no reason to go to the lake, but he must have gone alone. And that's where this world comes in. This world somehow forced him to go to the lake and drown himself, and presumably trapped him here. But remember when I said there was only one diary not encoded in a Caesar cipher? Well, the final diary is not only encoded in Base 64, but its date has a question mark. Ryan is beginning to have memory problems, as shown throughout these videos. Ryan is already dead. And just before the video ends, Patch Day comes across a sign that, when translated through 2 different ciphers, translates to "save me," over and over. And Patch Day joins him, not just in game, but in real life too. The final recording wasn't Patch Day, it was a world all along, and the real Patch Day is with Ryan forever. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. It's free and it helps the channel.